couple months back, I talked about how absolutely insane this tornado season has been in the Midwest. Well, here we are in mid-August, and not only has it not really slowed down, but Illinois now has a likely chance of setting the all-time U.S. tornado record. To even entertain a conversation like this is so far beyond anything we've ever seen that it's unprecedented and considered to be almost statistically impossible. I'm meteorologist Andrew Markowitz, and in this video, we're going to break down why Illinois and surrounding states have been such a tornado magnet this year and whether I think Illinois will beat the record. As I'm recording this video, the state of Illinois is currently sitting at a whopping 239 tornadoes. The key word here is preliminary. That means that the number could certainly change in either direction as damage surveys are conducted. But even so, the most conservative estimates that I've found are still over 200 tornadoes, which is still beyond anything that we've ever seen in the state. So unsurprisingly, Illinois is the clear tornado capital of the US in 2026, and frankly, it's not even close. In fact, Illinois is currently 2.5 times ahead of the second place state, Indiana, which has also had a record-breaking season. 239 is also by far the highest to date, surpassing the record of 217 from 1995 in Texas. If we look at all-time numbers, the record to beat is 241 from 2015 in Texas. That means that 2026 Illinois, if these preliminary numbers are correct, is only 3 away with 4.5 months to go. This is even more impressive when you consider that the surface area of Texas is 4.6 times larger than Illinois. If you take that 239 and multiply it by 4.6, that would be the equivalent of about 1,100 tornadoes in Texas, which is about the annual average to date in the United States. So now we're going to get really nerdy and show you just how off the charts this all is. I've shown you guys this chart before, but essentially it's a distribution of tornado counts in Illinois. The blue boxes represent the buckets that we have seen observed through history. Since 1950, the average tornado count to date is represented by this line right here. It's about 35, but since 1991, that number jumps up to about 60, the purple. Prior to 2026, the annual record is this orange line right here, which was at 139 in 2024. Well, over here, that's where we stand in 2026 at 239. Putting that all together, that gives you a recurrence rate of 1 in over 3,000 years and a z-score of 6.67, which is incomprehensible. So now let's do our best to answer the big million-dollar question. Will Illinois set the all-time U.S. record? As said before, Illinois currently has 239 and only needs 3 more to break the record. In the last 30 years, since 1996, there has been an average of 8 additional tornadoes after this date, but as you can see by these boxes, some years have had much more. Based on this distribution, that gives you a current probability of breaking the all-time record of 74.5%. Keep in mind that that prediction is only based on statistics. It has nothing to do with the actual physics of the atmosphere. Speaking of physics, let's talk about exactly why this season has been so insane. If we take a look at the upper level pattern over the past few months in the United States, you can see right here there's a big area of orange across the western and southern US, which is why it's been a pretty hot summer. But there's also this area of blue farther east toward New England, which represents some degree of upper level troughing. Where those boundaries converge is exactly where you would expect storm activity, and it's no surprise whatsoever that that has frequently occurred over the Midwest, Great Lakes, and even parts of the Northeast. Now, regardless of what happens going forward, this is clearly a legendary season that will forever be etched in weather lore. And I think there's a good chance we will never see anything like this again in our lives.